Hello, how are you? What if you are around people most of your life and maybe you went through something that changed your paradigm or how you relate to the world? Um, and maybe you don't. Maybe you're like that and your brain developed in that fashion, right? Where you find it hard to connect with people and the things around you in a conventional and maybe even traditional, way. Um, like you see in TV shows or you see on, on YouTube or, it's like for people like me, as far as I know, I mean, I can speak for myself. I think to myself, well, how do they do it, right? Doesn't make sense to me. And people have suggested I struggle with this, and I have a attention and a emotional threshold. So what happens to me is that whenever I can only be around people for a certain amount of time, especially if it's a concentrated amount of time, meaning that they're around me for an extended period of time, so there's no breaks. What happens to me is that I become stressed. I become anxious. The best way I can explain to you what I feel when this is happening, when I'm around people, there's a lot of noise for an extended period of time, is that it's almost feels like something is closing around me and things are becoming more tense, and I start to get anxious, and then I start to panic. I start to get angry, right? Uh, so this happens, and this makes me feel and think of myself as being like out of place or not belonging sometimes, especially when it gets to this point where I can't even be around my family because after a period of time I start to feel anxious, and this might have been because of my past or because my brain is wired in a certain way, but as I as I am getting older, I'm starting to realize that it might be me being an introvert. Like I have to have time, like silence to myself. I need to recover, even at work. I have to take a 10-minute break just to be alone in the bathroom or whatever, wherever it might be. Take a walk and recover. Um, and this means that I have to look for work that is aligned with who I am, the wiring of my brain. I don't think as I've gotten older, I've come to the conclusion that there's nothing wrong with me or nothing abnormal about me. It's just that there are some people that are just like this, and we're all different. We all go through different experiences, although we might be able to. Some people can relate more to others. They gone to a similar experience or similar events in their life. You know, we just develop, and we need to differently, and we have different backgrounds, and we just need to find. I don't want myself or anyone to think that there's something abnormally wrong with us or like broken, something broken in us, or like we can't get any better. I think we just have to, we have to reassess or, reevaluate to what standards or ways of living we hold ourselves up to. Maybe society tells us that we have to be loud and we have to, if we don't make friends, or if we don't talk, or if we feel anxious, or if we feel, we don't want to be around people all the time, and party and do all that sort of stuff that is um, conditioned into us and like taught at a early age that you don't. But I think that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being that person that you can get by well, in life, if you're like that, if you're just introverted, you're narrow focused, and you just like to do things, on your own, or you like to be a people. It's like a natural thing to want to connect with people, but maybe we just won't do it in a conventional way. We won't, maybe, hang out a bit with friends, but like just take more breaks to say, hey, man. And then if they really care about you, they'll respect that, right? They won't expect you to be there for like 2 hours or hours at a time. It's like, hey, I gotta go now. I have to take a break out for myself. I have to go for a walk, and you know, that's what helps me. It's like I can't. I'm like I need time for myself. I need to think. I need to find things where my focus is narrowed, and like I can't be focusing on multiple things. Because like I said, I start to experience it, and I feel shitty about myself. And I start to think, oh, maybe I don't belong in this world filled with people that talk, and there's like all this drama and commotion going on. And but if you look around you, there are many many examples of people who were like that, right? That didn't weren't really social. They were just themselves, and they got by well, and they were able to connect to the world, and people even connect to them, even people who are not like that, right? Um, and we're fascinated by these people because I think in the crevices of our minds, it reminds us of a side of us, right? That feels weird and feels broken and feels insecure and feels out of place, right? Um, you know, you go out and you feel this like aura, this strange thing, right, in the back of your neck, and you don't know what it means. And that's the thing. And I thought I made this video for myself as a vlog, as a kind of a reflection. Yesterday I went out for with some people I met, and I just felt really out of place and really strange. They were loud and they were talking to people and making these comments, and I had to step out. We were at a bar and they were playing music and there was people around. And I was just sitting there, and after a while I started to freeze and I started to feel like tension, and I had to say, hey, you know what? I have to step outside, and I did, and I went for there was a beach and it was dark, and I just went and went out there and walked, and I had to recover, and then I was just exhausted on my way back home, and I realized that I'm this person, and sometimes I push myself. I want to push myself to go out there because that is kind of the expected thing and what society teaches you, but I don't think it's whatever works for you. You might not want to hang out with people. You might just want to be friendly and, try to connect with people. But it doesn't mean you have to be like, go out. And that's just one way out of many of connecting. You could just go on your walk alone, or, you know, go on a walk, or, even if you feel like it, just look at a dog and make a comment, and just get that energy, and then go and do your thing, right? If whether you like to focus, you like to read, or you like to whatever it might be. um just do that, and but don't never feel like you don't belong and you have to kill yourself or whatever to, because that's just bullshit. That's society has done us wrong, and making us believe that, you know of how all this thing is played. And yeah, so that's it, guys. I just thought I'd put up this video so hopefully someone finds it, and they can relate to it and know that they're not alone. I feel like this all the time, and I might be one of the most awkward persons, but I've gotten used to it and I get by okay, Um, but there are all these I have all these insecurities and I have all these doubts, and but I try not to let them win. I try not to. I was born on this earth, and this is my only the planet I'm probably gonna ever be on. And I know life is so diverse and so great, that the odds are that there is a place for me, right? We have all sorts of interesting people, there's from different walks of life, and it's just that that big banner, right? especially in America, that tells you, oh, you gotta be like this and have all these things and be around people and people have to like you. That really fucks with our brains, right? It's like, oh, well, I'm not that. You compare and you're not. You don't fit in into that picture. So then you're kind of lost. You're lost for words and you don't know what to do and you feel out of place and you feel sad or you even get depressed, right? So yeah, just carry on and know that I'm here, guys. I'll try to upload more often, but just to talk to you guys. Kind of reflect. It helps me to just make videos to reflect and get through my day. Just to um, kind of think about things and yeah. So yeah, I'll try to upload more frequently, just to let you guys know that I'm here. The most, uh, however weird or strange I am. Um, you know, um, so yeah, don't keep your heads up and don't let things like that bog you down. Just be yourself and things will be all right. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.